And hello, welcome everyone back to our OpenMC videos. Today we're going to talk about our how to get this thing to run. Okay, so basically I found out in the last video that immediately after I kind of like restarted my terminal, OpenMC started working. So I guess somehow you have to restart your terminal in order for those variables and everything to take place. So when I run OpenMC, they will say the XML file is missing. So yeah, of course, I think there are actually slightly simpler ways of doing it, but I won't be discussing that in this video. I just want to show you some useful things you can find in the OpenMC folder. All right, for examples more specifically. Right, remember when we go to the OpenMC website. Alright, we go to the OpenMC website, we will see some documentation and some examples as well. Most of these are Python notebooks, alright, in your Jupyter notebook thingy. Alright, let's see, 20 minutes of time at about to end at about 18 minutes time. Alright, so basically we have a pin cell model here. Now, it's a little bit inconvenient to copy and paste all of this, and the good news is you don't have to. Alright, so what we have, okay, if you go to your OpenMC folder, okay, I have of course GenFOAM installed and OpenMC as well. So go to OpenMC, alright, go to OpenMC folder. First thing you can do is go to the examples folder here. This is where you'll find all the tutorials and examples that you need. So go to examples using CD. Okay, I assume you of course know how to use the command line. Alright, so first thing first, you want to go to one of these what do you call it, one of these files, right? So you can go to one of these files called pin cell. So go to pin cell, okay, and then you see build xml.py and plot spectrum.py. Let's see what build xml.py does. This will give you, all right. This basically is a short form of this modeling a pin cell file. Basically, this part is to create a materials file. All right. So basically, OpenMC you need at least 3 files, right? One is the materials file, so you need 3 files for input. One is a materials file. Okay, the second part is a geometry file where you will know all the shapes and something called universe. Okay, if you're not familiar, don't worry, we can introduce that a little bit later. Okay, then you have to define your problem settings. Okay, meaning to say, okay, we are actually running a Monte Carlo simulation. So this is a statistical like method. So you kind of use a law of large numbers here to determine the properties of your system. Meaning to say you simulate thousands of neutrons, if not tens of thousands, in order to get what your K effective is. Okay, so alright, so these are the 3 that you'll need. There's one more that's for tallying, which is quite interesting if you want to determine neutron flux. So this is kind of extra and optional, but the idea is that you run this script. Okay, you run this script, and after that, okay, Python build xml.py. Okay, so Python build xml.py, it will give you geometry XML, materials XML, settings XML, and tallies XML. So what you do next, you just type OpenMC, and it will start working its way through, and looks like there are lots of nuclides there. Alright, so this pin cell has a good K effective about 1.2, 1.3. okay, so I mean, after you're done, you can actually just remove the star.xml. Alright, and I want to remove the h5 and tallies. Remove star.h5 and star.tallies. Okay, remove the tallies out. Remove tallies out. Alright, There you go. So this is basically how you run OpenMC. You need your geometry file, you need your materials file, and you need some sort of a settings file. So these are the three basic files you need for OpenMC, basic input files. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of that. Okay, anyway, so the other thing is that if you want the Jupyter notebooks, for example, you can look in this Jupyter folder here. Okay, so this is for easy reference. You can go to the Jupyter folder and you'll see lots of Jupyter notebooks, IPython notebooks, which are basically Jupyter notebooks. And you can look at the pin cell ones again. Okay, so you can do Jupyter notebook, and this will actually help you to open this file up. Okay, if you are using a Windows subsystem for Linux, there's a good chance you'll need to copy and paste one of these URLs and put it into your browser so that it will start to work. Okay. So there are lots of notebooks here. You can see there are lots of examples conveniently put into one file. And one of those examples, of course, is our pin cell file. All right, pin cell file over here. So here is where you can just run everything. Okay, you can just where's the run button? Yes, there's the run button. Okay, so run. So you just can click Control Enter all the way, and it should be able to run. I mean stuff, you know. So this is your OpenMC file run through Jupyter Notebook, which is one way of doing OpenMC. Okay, and this is the plots that you will get, and it's exactly the same as this pin cell thing that you see here. It's exactly the same Jupyter Notebook, so actually you don't have to copy and paste like one at a time, though of course that's one way of learning, but of course it's a little bit messy if you want a little bit more tedious if you want to do that. Alright, so I'll just leave this page. Okay, and let me shut down the kernel by pressing Ctrl C. Okay, and the things I want to remove are some of the XML files. So rm-rf star.xml and rm-rf summary star.h5. And what's the last one that's kind of out of place? There's a tally out. Everything here is a Python notebook. And of course the pin plots also we want to remove them. So tallies, okay, pin plot. Okay, just hold on. Okay, so we're back. Okay, I just needed to answer a call. Yes, so basically we have all these examples here. I think I deleted most, if not all, of the necessary files. There should be only IPython notebooks here, and yeah, and if you see, there are lots of things. The Jezebel sphere, it's a very classic example. You also have custom sources, so you can see all of this what do you call that, what am I saying? Yeah, all of these examples are here for you to explore. You can take a look to see what you want. The basic thing is to use Python to generate your XML files, at least 3 or 4 XML files. The materials, geometry, and settings file. The tallies file is of course optional. Alright, so that is that. Alright, so also probably we'll want to go through few examples, maybe a few classic examples of the Bear sphere kind, like the Jezebel sphere, and then we also want to build our way up, maybe to constructing a small pebble bed with a square-ish kind of geometry. I mean a square lattice, cubic lattice kind of geometry. Okay, so this is the GitHub over here. I will upload it into where yeah, we'll upload it into the usual drive. Okay, load it into here. So okay, where is it? Yeah, the media file, I'll put it into multi-physics and OpenMC. I'll just put it here since it is relevant. What is this pebble bit file? Okay, so I've actually, it was basically a year ago, probably a year ago or two, since I touched this Git folder. Okay, so what is in there? There are instructions to install OpenMC on Windows, and of course configure the cross-section files as well. So this is what's inside this this folder. Let me use the Nemo. So Linux Mint uses this. Okay, wrong. Nemo.n. Okay, that's better. Okay, so this is a simple pebble bit. Okay, what I want to see is yes, getting OpenMC basically installed on Windows. This is how I did for the Windows subsystem for Linux about 2 years ago. Okay, so all the install guides are here. This one is the version where you don't build from source, so you kind of use the conda method of installing OpenMC. So here's where it all is. Okay, I'll close this. Okay, and of course the other thing is getting let's say the what do you call that, NNDC data. There was an even easier way than what I kind of showed, is using this command OpenMC -get NNDC data. Somehow when I started then it worked well. So but if you want to customize which HDF5 file you want, you can use the methods I presented in the last video. So yeah, so this is what OpenMC is about, and of course you can set the bash environment. Okay, and you need to set these OpenMC cross sections in the cross section XML file. Yeah, so then you can start running your Jupyter files. Okay, but I assume you know all of this. These are some extra instruction files. The main juice, the main good stuff in here will be these two Python notebooks. So I'll just open this in terminal and I'll just type Jupyter notebook. Okay, Jupyter notebook. Okay, one is this. This is where I have no triazole fuel. Okay, so and the other one is where I start introducing tallies. Alright, so remember, basic stuff, you don't have to put everything in Jupyter notebooks if you don't want to use Jupyter notebooks. But basically, what we are doing is to print out materials file. So you need to set all of these as your material variables and export it to XML. Okay, export it to XML. Alright, then here is where I actually start to do all the geometry, like how each sphere should be like, how each pebble should be like, and what the flight should be like. Okay, flight might actually come. What do you call it? I have denoted it here. Okay, this is like the flight nuclides. All right. So yeah, that you will go and do some calculation and all. All right. So this is where again you have a lot of other stuff which I won't be commenting too much on, but this is another example where you can take a look at some ways of making 3D pebble bit arrays. So yeah, so this is how you make those arrays, and blah blah blah. I'm not going to do too much here. And long and short of it, you will get this kind of pebble bit shape, very small pebble. So this is what the cross section, when you're looking at this from the side, when you're looking at it from the side, you'll look like this. And of course, this pink stuff is actually graphite. Okay, this pink stuff is actually graphite. The turquoise cyan looking thing is actually the UO2 fuel, uranium dioxide fuel. And of course, the rest of it will be filled with light. So it's basically a tube with some pebbles inside, shoved in like very nicely. Okay, so that's what this core actually is like. Okay, so that's roughly what we are going for here with this folder. So next time I probably can go when I go through these a more complicated example universe and all. This will be one classic example you can look at. Alright, so I'll just be uploading this onto the over here. Okay, so upload the item. It's not too many items. Okay, it looks like it's actually quite a lot, but okay, whatever. How big is this? Okay, 45 MB. Alright, that's fine. 45 megabytes, so a few hundred items, but okay, this is just there for your reference. You can take a look if you want. It's on my GitHub, but I don't make this thing public, so just access the drive. You should be able to find the relevant files. Okay, so brief recap of what I went through. I went through how to get OpenMC to work. Basically, after you set your variables in the Bash environment, you have to like restart your terminal in Linux in order to get it to work. The other thing is also I'm telling you where all the examples are, and you have all these examples here, which you don't have to copy and paste from the website. And basically I also told you what are the basic input files you need: the geometry XML, the materials XML, and the settings XML. Okay, so these are the few things you need for OpenMC. And lastly, of course, I have my own case of a pebble bit. Of course, the criticality is just not there, but at least you'll be able to take a look at what the thing is like. Okay, what this thing is. How to set up a simple pebble bit with a square cubic kind of structure, square cubic kind of packing, cubic centered. Okay, simple cubic packing. Alright, so that's all I have. So I'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll go through some simple calculations of how to use OpenMC in a most basic manner.